Have you ever felt exhausted from explaining yourself again and again for things you never intended to do? Have you ever realized that the more you try to clarify, the more people begin to question you? If you are someone who constantly defends your actions, hoping others will understand your heart, then this story is for you. Stay till the end. In a vast garden full of bright, colorful flowers, there lived a tiny bee. She wasn't strong, she wasn't powerful, but she was sincere and hot. Every morning, she flew from one flower to another, gathering nectar carefully and carrying it back to the hive. Because of her effort, the hive survived and continued to grow. From the outside, her life seemed simple, but inside she carried constant worry. She lived among many insects. Some were diligent like her, others simply watched. Among them was a fly. The fly never gathered nectar, he never supported the hive. He spent his days sitting on leaves, observing everyone and talking. If one day the honey was slightly less, he would say, "You didn't work properly today." If a small drop of honey fell accidentally, he would laugh and say, "You were always careless." If the bee paused for a short rest, he mocked her. The words were small, but they came every single day. The bee didn't want to be misunderstood, she didn't want anyone to dislike her. So each time the fly spoke, she defended herself. "I didn't mean to, I was just tired. It was only a small mistake." She believed that if she explained clearly enough, people would see her intentions. But days passed, and nothing changed. She continued working hard. The fly continued, criticizing. He never truly listened. He only waited for the next mistake. Slowly, something shifted. The bee began explaining herself even before anyone asked. She feared silence. She feared being misunderstood. Her wings kept moving, but her mind grew heavier. While flying, she worried about mistakes. While resting, she worried about judgment. Even at night, her thoughts refused to rest. Her body worked, but her peace faded. No matter how much effort she gave, one small mistake erased everything in the eyes of the fly. She felt watched. She felt judged. She felt small. One evening after a long day, she sat alone on a leaf. Her wings were tired. Her heart felt heavy. She whispered, "Why do I have to explain everything? Why does one mistake matter more than all my effort?" She felt worthless. She wondered if this would always be her life. The next day, while carrying nectar, a tiny drop of honey spilled. It wasn't serious, but the fly noticed. He laughed loudly. "Again, you never learn." The bee opened her mouth to respond. The words came automatically, but this time, she stopped. For the first time, she chose silence. At first, the silence felt strange, uncomfortable, but slowly, it felt peaceful. That evening, an old bee from the hive approached her. His wings were worn, but his eyes were calm. He asked gently, "Why do you look so tired when you work so hard?" The bee finally spoke honestly. She told him about the criticism, the explanations, the fear. The old bee listened quietly and then said, "You are not tired because of work. You are tired because you are trying to control what others think." He continued, "You are explaining your value to someone who creates nothing. A fly cannot understand honey. He survives on noise, not creation." Something inside her shifted. She wasn't weak. She was seeking approval. She thought explanations would protect her, but they were draining her. From that day forward, she worked quietly. She still made mistakes, but she corrected them silently and moved on. No defense, no long explanations. Her energy slowly returned. Her mind became lighter. The fly tried again to provoke her, but without a reaction, his words lost power. Gradually, he faded into the background. Other bees noticed the difference. She seemed calmer, more focused. Her work spoke for itself. No justifications, no arguments, only consistency. This story is not really about a bee, it is about life. When you explain yourself too much, you hand over your peace to others. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. She stopped explaining. She chose peace over approval, and that changed everything. Those who truly matter will understand you. Those who don't, never will. Not every feeling needs to be explained. If you understand, say it to yourself. I choose silence. Thank you for listening.